The Ugly Duckling. So we all know the story about the Ugly Duckling, right? We know that the Ugly Duckling was outcasted because he was ugly. He was the different duck from the other ducks, basically. So we can compare it to today's society's, beauty standards. Like in the present times, we know that people are valued mostly by their beauty rather than what their personality is really like. A person can be beautiful, like extremely gorgeous, and they can just be not a nice person. Like we see in the celebrity world, we see stories about how some celebrities may not be so nice, but they seem so angelic because of how they look. And you can see that by just observing what people, their fans say about them, just because they may be pretty or like seem that way. It's all just a social media representation of who they are. They don't really know them. And this mostly happens with women, you know what I mean? They're more subject to this beauty standard. We're more they're more stricter with women than with men, because women we don't really see. Personally, I don't really care about any of the looks. But when in compared to how people see women, they see them more straight, like, oh, like she's not really like, like my type, or like, and when people aren't really like digging the celebrities just because they're not fitting the beauty standards, they treat them awfully, they criticize them, they make up rumors and stuff. They just compare everything that's not good, I guess. Like today's beauty standards, they prefer curvy women, like fuller lips, small waist, like flaca, like skinny women, colored eyes, preferably, maybe blonde hair, I guess, and etc. But when a woman doesn't have any of these traits, they're treated as low as the lowest can get by the people around them. Like, if a woman is not skinny, like, they're just discarded. Like, I've heard a lot of stories from people that they're treated really bad just because they may be overweight or like they're fat. And of course society doesn't like that, so they just ignore them. They don't even care about them. And that's really low of people to do. So I guess that's what the Ugly Duckling is representing in today's modern world. Just because the other ducks weren't, well, the duck wasn't like the other ducks, so now they're outcasted. And I also have experiences like this when I've been the ugly duckling. In middle school, I wasn't looking too pretty. I wasn't looking too pretty to people. So people just started treating me below me, like if I was their pet or something. And they started treating me that way because I wasn't really part of the beauty standard. I'm brown, I was fat, and I still am, and I had acne. I just wasn't considered pretty, and people treated me really bad. They even bullied me just because I didn't, fit the standard. And no one deserves that. But when someone's pretty, they do feel like they have an advantage over you because that's what society believes, I guess. So I do not blame them really for doing that, but it wasn't nice. And beauty does have a lot of advantages. Like, just because you're pretty, you can turn out to be famous. And when you're famous, you get all this free stuff from companies and people, like, and you seem more likable to people. That's why celebrities get so many fans, because of their face, their body, like they all fit the standards mostly. And it's also part of science, the human eye likes symmetry, like symmetrical faces, and the brain will recognize that immediately. And so I don't really blame anyone. And most of these people, they get famous just because of being pretty. They don't really have anything to contribute to society. Society makes it seem like it's an important thing that you have to acquire, when in a couple of decades, you're not even gonna have that. Like, when I'm 40, I'm just gonna be wrinkly, I'm not gonna be, like, I won't have this soft, like, wrinkle-free face anymore. So why, like, make it such an important thing? And that's what the ugly duckling reflects in today's modern world. So we don't really have to follow what the standards are. We can just stop worrying about that eventually. And we are allowed to go outside the box from what they have built. And just because you may be lacking in it doesn't mean it's bad. Like, sometimes beauty isn't all the rage. And that's that.